No matter how you travel, it's good to have a plan. Some people plan every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum. While others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Explore how you can make financial progress with confidence today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Are you looking for a new job or want a career change? Look no further than Monster.com. Need a little help standing out? Our expert resume writing services will make sure you shine. Want to brush up on your interview skills? Engage with our AI interview prep tool. Want some advice on negotiating your new salary? Visit our salary tools and extensive library of career advice articles, and you'll have all the tips and tricks you'll need to succeed. Visit Monster.com today and take the first step towards your career. Monster.com. Find your right job fit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits with Jackson Brittany.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
We are so excited because as we've been talking about for a couple episodes in the past, we became obsessed with Love Island because my mom came to visit us and got us hooked. And now we have the winners, the beautiful couple, Hannah and Marco.
Yay!
Hey, guys.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations.
I was voting for you guys the whole time. Just FYI. I was on the phone texting Ariana the whole time. We're like, Marco and Hannah are our favorites. We want them to win. Nothing against everybody else. Everybody was really, really cool, but we just loved you guys. It just seemed really, really natural with you guys. It just seemed like the flow. It seems like you guys were dating for like years. It really just seemed, right?
It did.
I think it worked. That's what my vote was for. Anyway.
How did you guys feel? Like, I want to know what attracted you to each other from the start, other than physical appearance, because obviously you're both very beautiful people, but you seem to just click so easily.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll go first. Marco, we think very similar. I think that's the main thing. Like, personality-wise, it's weird because we're both very much people who are kind of like to themselves, believe it or not. Like, we have small circles on the outside. Like, we don't trust easily, but like with each other, we're able to open up really easily. So it's weird how stuff works out like that. So that's what attracted me to him, like how easy he was to talk to, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, you guys seem like you just have known each other forever. It was just, it just worked well with you guys.
Marco, how about you?
For me, it was just like how much deeper she dug to get to know me, kind of like the insides of me. Like I remember our first conversation. It was like one of the worst conversations I had in the whole villa. And she just said, there's more to you. Like, you're not telling me. Did you have a long day? What's going on? So that's when I first started, really like her besides the attractive side. She like checked every box on the attractive side, like right away. And I do have a type. I know a lot of the guys went into the villa and they said, they're into everybody here is beautiful, but for me, I think that's bullshit. I know what I want and what it looks like, and I'm going to go get it. So I felt like that's where I came from, but definitely just her, digging deeper onto me, trying to figure out, my roots. And, I eventually was able to open up, and that's why it felt so real. And that's why it felt so, I would say ahead of everybody else that early in the game.
Oh, I love that.
Love it.
Yeah, you guys definitely, like I said, seem to click from the start. What's it been like outside of filming now? Because you guys obviously started dating on a reality TV show. We kind of shared that experience. We didn't go through like a show like you did, but our whole first 5 years of our relationship was on Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
So I wonder, once the camera stopped rolling, how have things been for you guys? You're obviously in different locations right now. I've got so many questions from fans asking you if you all are going to move in together. I mean, there's just so many questions. I'm so excited to hear about.
So wait, Marco, you are in Pennsylvania, you said?
Yeah, I took Hannah up to Ohio, Pennsylvania area, kind of call it Penn, Ohio, because it's 30 minutes from each other. And I had her meet all my family this past week, and the Steelers are kind of like a non-negotiable for my family. So last night I had to go to a Steeler game, but she went home. So I'm here till tomorrow, then I go back to Florida.
Oh, okay. Is that where you guys are going to post up? That's your spot?
Oh, yeah. That's where I'm posted up. She's coming.
Florida's awesome, man. It's one of my favorite places.
Oh, she's coming to Florida. Which part of Florida are you guys living in?
I live in
Boca.
Boca?
Ooh,
Beautiful area.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Florida's my favorite place in the entire world. I'm still trying to get there. I've been living here since 2005, and I've been trying to get to Florida for like the last 5 years, I feel like. We just love Florida. We love it so much. I'm so jealous that you guys are going there. One of these days we'll get there.
Yeah. But how different has it been, though, without the cameras? Like, are you able to connect even more? What's it been like for you guys?
We kind of had to like start again because it's like we always we joked and called the villa our simulation because it's like it's not real,
right?
You know, like what we feel is real, but like you're not working, you don't have the outside, you don't have all the outside noise, you don't have your phone, so it's kind of like we have to see each other on the outside. But it's just made like me love Marco even more, seeing where he comes from and see his friends and seeing his family. But we didn't have all that in the villa. So that was definitely adjustment. And I've talked to people from the show too. Like, yeah, we did kind of have to restart. Like we're thrown back into real life. And it's just we went to Walmart, one of our first nights being back. That was a lot. Like,
did people recognize you?
So weird.
Did people recognize you at Walmart?
Did people recognize you at Walmart?
Oh, yeah. Well, mostly everywhere we went, but no, the weird part about that was kind of just like, we were always a team in the villa, but now we're in Walmart and I'm going to get milk and she's going to get the
real life
and stuff. Yeah, it's like real life. It's so weird.
I used to say the same thing.
Weird.
I used to say the thing when I watched The Bachelor back in the day. Like you go on these elaborate dates on these private islands, and now you're back home going to TGI Fridays on a Friday night, and breadsticks and chicken fingers, as opposed to like crab legs on a private island. So yeah, now it gets real. Now it gets real.
Yeah, but we absolutely loved you guys, and it was so fun watching that show. And I just wonder what it was like filming. Did you guys film 24 hours a day?
And I'm going to bounce off that question, piggybacking off that question. How much? So, did you film 24 hours a day, and did you have a lot of downtime?
Yeah. So I would say technically the cameras were on 24 hours a day. They caught me some farts in the middle of the night, so clearly they're recording, 24/7. But the downtime kind of came around lunchtime. We probably had an hour before lunch, an hour after lunch. And then that was like really the only downtime on true filming days. And obviously we have off days for like the fans to vote or catch up. So we did have a lot of downtime, I would say. But the only bad thing about the downtime is I couldn't be with Hannah. It was like guys were separated from girls.
Oh,
wow,
really?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
As a viewer, I never knew that.
I never knew that. So were you guys aware of how the voting went at all? Like, were you guys kept in the dark with that? Or you knew it was going on, correct?
Well, we kind of like caught on to it. So if we had like a challenge, like bombshells came in and there was a recoupling, we're like, okay, and then we take those pictures. I don't know if you see them on the app of us posing.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, every time we take those pictures, we're like, okay, there's probably going to be like voting soon. But then like we didn't know how long the voting would last. Like Fiji's like a day ahead of the States. So it's like you kind of catch on to the pattern. Like challenge, recouplings. So yeah, but we kind of guessed. And then we guessed sometimes and we'd be completely wrong. So we kind of never knew.
That's so interesting to hear about because we know how reality TV works, but you guys were in a different situation where you're stuck in a house with your partner. So when on those days with the voting and everything, you guys couldn't even see each other because that's so interesting.
Yeah, basically we couldn't. We had to just be in separate rooms, and if you talked, like they'd separate us. We didn't like that.
We would definitely I would sneak to the bathroom. She would meet me in there. Like we would try to hang with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I got yelled at so much, so I just.
What was it like? Like I just got off of another reality show called House of Villains, and I had to sleep in a room with 2 other contestants. And how did you feel about sleeping in rooms with everybody? I mean, it
was like 20 people.
There was like 20 people in a room. I mean, everybody's got different ways to sleep. They're noisy, they're loud, they make, it's just weird. It's just weird sleeping with that many people. I had to sleep with 2 people, and I lasted 1 day, and I said, fuck, F this, I'm going downstairs. So how did you handle that?
I'll go with this one because I didn't handle it well. I was can you swear on this thing? I don't know. I was MFing everybody because they would just like it was a lot of Islanders were selfish around bedtime. Bedtime's something very important to me. Like I want to get to bed when I want to get to bed.
Same.
respectable time. Like we can't control until we're done filming. Obviously, right. Once we're done filming, you can get to bed as fast as you can, and we get the most amount of sleep. As we all know, we don't sleep a lot on reality television, stuff. So, no, it was bad for me because I would be in bed. I would say almost 2.5 hours before the last girl would come down, and they wouldn't shut the lights off until like the last person made it into the bedroom.
Oh my God, the lights! I know. Oh man, and then we had again. I don't mean to cut you off. We had no doors and lights on all the time, and it was just like it was like a killer. It was a killer. But I totally get that, man. Yeah, the sleeping thing would.
And then you have to wake up whenever the first person wakes up, like the lights come back on in the morning.
Yeah.
And they hound you on that, and they hound you on your microphone. Get that microphone on. Get that. I'm like, relax. Let me take a shower. I'll put the mic on when I get up or when I get out. Don't worry. I'll get them. Then they hound you on that microphone.
I know.
Ugh.
That's what happened. They started having to like come shake us out of bed, the producers. Me and Marco towards the end, we were just so like, okay, we just wanted to sleep in. Just give us 5 more minutes. The producer would come and be like, all right, get up, you two. Yeah.
So how long have you guys actually officially wrapped? Like how has it been, like just a couple weeks? Because I feel like the turnaround is so fast for Love Island.
Yeah.
It is. So like the finale aired a day and a half after it was shot.
Wow.
So yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago, 3.5 maybe. It's coming close. Yeah, not a month yet.
Wow,
but
fast
the
turnaround.
turnaround's quick.
So as I mentioned in the beginning, the reason we got hooked on Love Island is because my mom came up and she was able to spend the entire month of August with us. So she was like wanting to watch Love Island every single night, and it became like our nightly routine that we were going to watch you guys. So I wanted to ask a couple questions directly from my mom. And her first question was, who was your favorite couple on Love Island, and are you guys still in touch with each other?
My favorite couple at the end was Leo and Cassie, and yeah, I'm definitely still in touch with Leo. I think I'm going live with Leo tonight at like 10 on Instagram. So, yeah, It was so funny today. I was trying to catch up watching Love Island with my dad just so he could show me the beginning episodes and how we were getting to it. And then Leo sent me a picture of him watching Love Island in class. So we stay in touch daily, and that's definitely was my favorite couple.
So you're going back rewatching it now. You're starting from the beginning and rewatch it all.
Because imagine they were still gone whenever the episodes were airing. They never got to see what was happening.
Oh my gosh!
Unlike us, whenever we would film, it would be like 6 months later. And everything was already completed by then.
And are you like, when you're watching this, are you kind of like cringing? Are you happy? How so far? Are you like, what are you thinking about it so far?
Yeah. I'm kind of like texting Hannah throughout the whole thing. It's pretty cringe for me.
Me too.
And then you remember what you said and what was shown, or like,
yep.
It was just weird. I don't know. I just kind of roll with the punches watching it.
How did you like the editing? Did they edit you okay?
They edited me all right. I think they could have done better, but they definitely edited me okay.
And this is going to I don't mean to keep just firing questions here, but I'm going to guess because I've never seen this done before. But they use, and we watched another show, I think it was called The Ultimatum. They use the white glasses throughout the whole thing. Is that so they can, for the editors, so they can edit scenes together? Is that why everybody was using white glasses the whole time? Was there a reason for that, or am I right with the editing?
Oh,
the white cups.
No. We switched it up. I think that was just so. There was no film thing to us that we know about, because sometimes it was like clear as well. We put the wine into it. Then the white ones were mostly like our water bottles and the champagne, I would say. So no, white glasses. Oh, the water bottles? Maybe.
I was thinking, because I had the same question for this other reality show. We watched The Ultimatum, and they're always using these silver containers. And then I made a question, like, why are they always using every drink is in these silver things? And they're like, oh, that's for editors so they can move around scenes wherever they want. And I was like, oh, man, those editors are sneaky. Yeah. They're sneaky. They can make you look good, and they can make you look bad.
Oh, yeah.
Continuity. That was their favorite word.
Oh,
yes,
I know. Continuity. Favorite word.
Fingernails have to match everything. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Same swimsuit 5 days in a row. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, Ariana is one of our close friends. I wanted to know how Sarah and Ariana did as hosts, in your opinions, and like what it was like to be around them and get to know them. Because I've met Sarah a couple times. Jax has played golf with Wells, her husband. And then, of course, we know Ariana. She was a bridesmaid at my wedding. Love her to pieces.
Oh, yes. Oh, they're amazing. Like, they're just so real. Like, you feel very comfortable around them. Like, they just feel like you've known them forever. Ariana, when I saw her come in, first I thought she was a bombshell. So I just see her blonde hair, and I'm like, okay, we're getting a blonde. And then, Ariana? Like, but she was so fun. And, like, we tried to talk to her, like, in between takes and stuff. And she was just, like, so chill. So I loved being around her.
Oh, I love that. Did everybody feel super awkward whenever Leo was telling Sarah that she was being rude? Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That moment happening?
When Leo
Was it Leo?
It was.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When Leo told Sarah she was being rude. Yeah, was that awkward?
It was Mike.
Yeah, I think that was Mike.
Yeah, that's
at
what I
the
thought.
red wedding.
It was at the end, wasn't it, with Mike? It wasn't Leo, it was Mike.
No, Leo's the one who told her she was being rude about somebody else.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I think it was Mike.
No, it's Mike.
And then Leo apologized after. Oh, Mike said
Mike.
it, and then Leo apologized for Mike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
well, see,
Yeah.
as a viewer, I missed that because I thought it was Leo the whole time.
They were right by each other, too.
Was that
So
awkward?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Leo did apologize for Mike, and Mike didn't.
That's why I thought it was Leo, because I saw him apologize to her. But still, was that an awkward moment because she's like the host and you're like, oh, shit.
We were all just like very like, did he just do that? And like, obviously, like, well, this is behind the scenes too. Like, everything is in the ear. Like, Sarah can't obviously remember to ask all these questions. So
Yeah.
like, they tell her in her ear to ask this question. So the fact that he took it out directly on Sarah was like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she's making up these questions on her own.
Sorry,
you know?
I got that wrong, but that makes a lot more sense now because I was wondering why Leo was so like mad about that. But that makes so much more sense. I bet because you thought it was Leo too.
No,
huh?
I thought it was Mike. I remember it was the taller guy.
Well,
I
shoot,
can't
maybe that
remember
was
his name.
just me.
That's
But
okay.
still,
Okay.
I'm sure Sarah was like, "What?"
Yeah,
You
she was taken back. She's like, "Wait a minute, I'm just getting to the stuff in my ear here." Yeah, I knew they had earpieces, and I knew they just kind of feed the lines to them.
So I want to know, if you guys did not win, what couple did you think was going to win?
Leo and Cassie. For sure.
Yeah. Marco,
Yeah,
did you
Leo-
think the same?
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't know how America viewed like what he did or how, but also how they viewed him getting her back. So I think he would have probably had it for sure because everybody loved Leo. You know, he got the main character. He was always a ball of energy, and I knew and he was my best friend in there, so I was hoping for him. You know, he would probably won it. I would say.
Well,
Cassie, like, she did good, like, standing strong. I feel like she grew so much personally. So I feel like people definitely probably, like, resonated with that, too. Like, seeing her journey.
I saw that as well. I thought she was so strong, and she became more and more likable as the season went on. But we still knew Hannah and Marco were going to win.
I mean, did you guys think you were going to win? Honestly,
Well, when we got to the final, I thought we definitely had a good chance.
yeah.
But
Come on, Hannah.
I thought Bergie would win, too.
Spill it.
All right. I can't wait till we get on these Bergie questions. Are we getting close to Bergie questions?
We are, but I still want to
All
know, did you have a feeling you might win?
When the final three, when it was us as final
Yeah.
three, I thought, yeah.
Hannah,
For sure.
Are you
But
kidding?
yes, we always disagreed on this.
Wait, so
No,
Marco, you thought you weren't winning, and Hannah, you thought you were?
No, I knew we were winning. Probably, I would just say how fast we grew, and compared to everybody else, and how we stayed strong. I'd say I probably knew after she came back from Casa that we had like a really good chance. Because I'm not. He didn't. He said, "When did you think you would win?" Like you didn't think. Oh my god.
Hey, you guys won anyway, because obviously you
Yeah.
all have an actual relationship. Are the other couples still together, like Carmen and Enzo and Leo and Cassie? Are they all still together?
I mean, the one I really want to know about, which it was so transparent that I'm sorry, the couple just did not match, was Bergie and
Lindsay?
was it
Lindsay?
What was her name?
Taylor, I'm sorry.
Both beautiful people, both great people, but no, it just didn't. I wasn't buying it. As a viewer, as a reality person, I was not buying what she was selling. Wasn't buying it. How about you guys? Do you guys think that?
That's interesting to hear, to be honest, because I feel like everybody, from your point of view, I would say a viewer had felt that way, and it kind of like upset me because I obviously believed in Bergie, I believed in his connection, but he did go through, a couple previous efforts, I would say, to establish something. It kind of felt like it ended up at Taylor, but I feel like they're still together. I feel like they.
Oh, they
Oh, they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm just, again, I'm looking at this as a viewer because in the beginning, Bergie wanted to be a fan favorite. So I thought maybe the girl would be like, you know what, I'm going to get with him because he's obviously going to be sticking around a long time. I'm going to put my effort in here. That's kind of what it looked like for me, but I'm glad they're still together. That's good. I'm glad it worked out. Did you answer the question? Is anybody not together?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Who?
Well, I would say, no, everybody in the Final Four is together, but I would say before then, I don't think any of them are together.
Yeah.
Harry and Emily probably split right away. Not sure, to be honest, but I saw them all hanging out in Houston. I would say Jonah and Taylor aren't together anymore.
Because it's a big deal. Because you guys, not only after you play this game and you're together, now you got to go back home, and most of you guys are all from different states. Now you got to try to figure out where we're going to move, where we're going to live, what we're going to do. And so now it really, really begins. And I think, when you start the show, you don't really realize that until the middle. Like, wait a minute, what are we going to do when we get done with this? Like, are we going to stay together? Are we going to move? Where are we going to go? So, yeah, that's where my head goes as a reality person. But anyway, that's just awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad Bergie is still together.
Yeah, and speaking of Bergie, Hannah, it showed that you guys became really close friends. Do you still have that friendship? Because we loved Bergie.
Yeah.
He just seemed sweet as pie, and I just want to know how that's going for you guys.
Yes, definitely. We talk all the time, and towards the end of the show, it was nice because him and Marco got close too, and so is us as a trio.
Yeah.
But I love him. It's always good to have a guy friend in there. So, for example, when I was at Casa Amor, I was like, if anything happens with Marco and anything, I'm like, Bergie's going to let me know. So, it's just always good having someone in there. And, he's someone, too, I could confide in now. And it's just always good to get, a male perspective on things, other than, my partner. So, yeah, love him. He's killing it out there. He has some, big things coming up. So,
oh, good.
Stay tuned to his journey for
and
sure.
Where's he based out of? Where was he based?
Where's he live?
Where's he live?
Minnesota.
Okay.
And is she moving with him, or is he going to move with her, or how's that going to work?
I haven't heard much talks about moving together yet.
Yeah.
I think it's new for them as well. So we haven't heard anything about that, but who knows,
All right. I have another behind. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marco.
No, I just said I know Bergie is so down to move anywhere besides Minnesota. So.
I bet. I'm from Michigan, man. So as much as I love that state, you just want to you don't want to deal with those winters. Those winters are brutal.
Goodness.
They're brutal.
So I have another behind the scenes questions for you guys. What is the casting process like for a show like Love Island? And does everybody have to have amazing, beautiful bodies?
No, so it's very thorough. I started getting casted last December, and I didn't know I was going on the show till a week before.
I mean,
so
I don't mean to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. That's rude of me. I'm sorry. I do this a lot. So did you how did you hear about the show? Did you hear about it and be like, ooh, I'm going to go online and fill this out and play this? Is that how it started? Or did they reach out to you? So
Marco got reached out to. My Instagram before was 1,500 followers. I was a teacher, so it was private and open. So yeah, but I saw a sponsored ad from a casting director.
Okay.
So then I messaged her, and then she sent me the application.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I was wondering how it worked.
So you said that you were talking about this since December, and you only found out a week before. So did you know stages? Okay, if we're going, I have to be free this month to this month, if you were going to be on the show, because you have real jobs too. So it's I wonder how that part works.
Exactly. So the good thing for me is I have summers off. So I was okay, if anything, this show would be perfect for me to go find love off, because I got 3 months off. So that worked out good. But even when you were out there in Fiji, you didn't know if you were going to go in. So they have all these people in the hotel, and then when you get there, you meet with producers. Then they see if they still want you when they meet you in person. So it's kind of up in the air till days before.
We're
the show starts.
Could you imagine going all the way to Fiji though and being oh my God, I'm going to be on this, and then they're finding out there's another step, and you're you son of a bitch! I'm all the way out here.
Another step. There was 120 steps.
Oh,
for me, I got reached out to through Instagram DM. And I can remember exactly. It was the third quarter of the Buccaneers-Cowboys playoff game last year. And I was kind of out with
That's
my
what
friends.
He remembers.
I messaged them back real quick. And I said, yes, I'm interested. I just started going through the marathon of a process, I would say. there's all a bunch of different medical requirements you have to meet to even be eligible. So I had to get all those done first. And then I had to, go through interviews bi-weekly, I would say. And it came to a point where it's like they're still into you. They still like you. Just stay positive. You're still one of our top guys or whatever. And I just said, okay. Then next thing you know, a flight itinerary pops in my email, and they didn't even tell me yet. They called me like 5 minutes after my email got to me.
Wow.
I was like, oh shit, I'm going to Fiji.
Hell yeah.
And how did you tell your job? Were you working at the time?
No, I was a student, so I do a little bit of work.
Remember, they're young, babe.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. So okay, so you said, all right, I'm a student. I'm gonna take some time off. Well, it was the summer. Well, it was summertime.
Yeah,
so we're not at school, so this worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it worked out perfect. So I just went through that process, and we flew out to Fiji. And I thought I was the guy, I'm like, oh, I'm already flying out. But then I didn't know I had to go through about 3 more rounds of interviews, intense EP meetings, I would say. I'll just keep going through the process. And, you notice there are a lot of moving parts around you as I, was watching kind of when I was bored in the hotel. And it just came to the point where I knew there was a lot more guys that were flying out to Fiji than 5. So to, be able to start the show was truly, an honor. And I found out the night before I went in. I didn't even know I was going in.
That's so interesting because it shows, like, obviously the first people that get there, and then they keep bringing new people in. So do the people that are being brought in get to watch you guys to, like, know
what's going on,
who they like whenever they – because I know they would bring new people in every time somebody was gone off. So, like, you could have possibly been from the first people starting, or you could have been brought in later on, like if somebody got voted off or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was annoying? So, like, people would come in and they would be like, oh, we saw parts of the show. Or they'd be very, like, coy about it. Because we want to know, what are they showing? Like, what's going on? Like, what are people saying? But they tell them, they're like, yeah, no, just don't answer too many questions about what it looks like on the outside. And so they knew a lot, but they didn't tell us the other bombshells.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just sitting there, and then every single bombshell guy would come after Hannah. I'm like, what the hell? Why is it just me? And then it started to make sense because she was obviously, I didn't see her advice that she would give to the girls and how she would act away from me. So then it started to make sense. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just kept taking punch after punch after punch, and I stayed with her and just kept rallying back. So
It worked out, bro.
That was our relationship through that.
Yeah, well, you guys were absolutely adorable. You cracked me up whenever y'all were making, like, the hot dogs or the hamburgers.
I was dead.
You all worked at, like a diner or something, and you all were tied up to each other.
I was dying.
Poor Hannah couldn't do nothing.
I'm still sore from that one.
We were both like, poor Hannah. She can't even move. She just gave. She's like, it was so funny.
What was your favorite challenge that you guys competed in on the show? If you had to pick one.
Marco loved them. Every single one. What was yours, babe? Because you had so much fun. I liked most of them.
Yeah, challenges pissed me off because I'm so competitive, and I feel like if I outperformed the rest, I wanted to win. But that's not how it went in Love Island. So I would say the only challenge where performance was ranked on winning would be Mr. and Mrs. So that was probably my favorite.
I
with Ariana.
Again, bouncing off the show that I was just on, I was like, I'm going to dominate because I'm a very competitive person and I'm an athletic person. But they make the challenges good for everybody, whether you're a female, a male, whether you've played sports, whether you've not. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to crush it. Yeah, but I found that out real quick. That's not how it works. They know.
Marco.
They know.
That was me. I couldn't even sleep at night knowing that they were giving wins to people that took 30 times to catch a ball. It was unbelievable.
I definitely
Something else
agree.
I really want to know. Did you guys drink on the island? I feel like nobody ever seemed really, like, drunk or like were you allowed to? I just wonder how that went because you guys are all in your 20s, like, so young. I feel like I'd been like, shot. But I didn't really see that from many of you guys.
Well, they had to be on film all the time, so they're probably very aware of
Well, I know, but that's why I want to know.
Yeah, I guess that's a great question.
We had a 2-cup minimum, but most nights, I'll be honest with you, was only 1 cup. That night of the red wedding, though, it was like a big old, what's the
3 of them?
3 cups.
So wait, you had a 2-cup maximum or minimum? Like,
yeah, I'm sorry, maximum.
Oh, so you couldn't drink more than two glasses.
And
Gotcha.
They monitored it. They watched what you were drinking. So
we go ahead. I had some of my friends in here. Anna was never a drinker. So sometimes Anna's wine glass would disappear, but nobody would ever know where it went. And like they would catch us taking it because like they only let us have literally one. I'm like, holy
Wow, because normally on reality shows, they're like, drink, drink, drink. So you get like so much crazy stuff.
So no alcohol, really, technically, because 2 drinks, let's be honest, we're big guys. That's not going to do anything, right? So no alcohol, no phones, no TV. How long were you guys there for?
I was there for total?
Yeah.
Like quarantine and everything?
Yeah.
About 65 days.
Oh,
65 days. No
Yeah.
technology. That would make, oh my God, I would go crazy.
Well, you had your phones, though, because you would say, I got a text.
Yeah, but those phones were given to you by the producers, right? Those aren't your phones personally, were they? No, so that wasn't
They
their
were
phone.
given to us.
Yeah, those are their phones.
So you couldn't look up Google really fast, like, what are people saying about me?
No, they had it was just like my show. There was you have no to the outside world.
Let them tell me, honey. We're here to interview.
But
He's so excited. He's like answering questions for you. I'm like, chill out. Let them answer.
It's just, I mean, I love TV. I'm a big TV guy. I love watching TV. I'm on my phone all the time. Stuff's hard. I can imagine going 65 days. Wow.
Straight. Yeah.
Were you itching to get on your phone when you got off? Were you guys just itching to get on your phones?
Kind of. Not really, though, because it's like, well, for us, we were in a good situation. Like, we won. We want to see the feedback of everybody.
Yeah.
But still, that brings a lot of, like, anxiety, too.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure the influx of text messages and just everything just came all in at once. And you're just kind of overwhelmed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very.
And, yeah, I would say obviously everybody out there has something to say about you or what you're doing. And so it was very hard to see, Hannah read these in front of me and stuff. Maybe even if it was just about me, I'm still her boyfriend at that time, I'm still her boyfriend.
Oh, wait, are you guys married now?
No. And at the time she's reading it, it's hard to see her get upset, because there's a lot of mean people out there. So.
Lots.
We relied on each other to stay positive.
Yes, and I love that you're relying on each other because it can be brutal out there, especially for reality TV people, more so than like actors because we're being our real selves. So it's a whole different ballgame. But just remember that you are you and do not listen to them because no matter what, even if you're the most perfect person in the whole wide world, you're always going to get hate for something.
Those keyboard warriors.
So don't take it seriously. This is just coming from advice from me who's had to deal with a lot of hate on Instagram. It's just people can really be mean out there. So do not listen to them because you guys are killing it.
It's really crazy how people just don't know who you are and they hide behind like a fake picture and they sit in their basements, whatever they're doing, and they just want to go after you and attack you and just things they have known nothing about. And it's just, you'll get 8,000 awesome comments and then you'll get one negative one, and that one negative one will just stick with you. And you're just kind of like, why? It sucks, but it's just the world.
Yeah, that's what I learned on that process when I was sitting next to Hannah. A couple of nights after we got our phone, it's like, you'll never beat the internet. You have unlimited amount of brains together to find something wrong about you, some little scene, something you did, some way I look. They found something just little about you. You'll never beat the internet, so you just got to
Yeah, and
you can use the wrong fork and they'll make fun of you for it.
Gosh.
It's like insane.
It's every time we leave the house, it's like, even if she goes to the grocery store, we go whatever. She's always like, we have to make sure we, look this and do this and make sure you look like this way because someone will say something stupid, It's just like, and it's when you're not, when you don't think about it, you remember that's when they get you. They get you.
Yeah.
Someone get at the grocery store or whatever, McDonald's, and they find you and they say something and you're just kind of like, damn it, I wasn't ready for that one.
I got to ask another question from my mama because this one kind of just went in with what we just talked about. What has been your biggest hurdle after leaving the island?
Ooh, good question.
Okay.
I can go first.
Yeah, go.
I would say there was not really many hurdles for Hannah and I's relationship. I would say the hurdle was being able to use our platform for the next level or just get more connections and stuff. We got no help. Like, that's the biggest hurdle. We got out of the island. They forgot I was even on the island. You know what I mean? I've got, we have the PR team that got us in some podcasts like this, helping us out a little bit, but there was no help. We've been on our own and we've just been trying to reach out to different brands, and that's our biggest hurdle. But
Right. They give you this platform, right? They kind of, you go on the show and now you have a platform and now they expect you to just, okay, go back to normal. But now it's kind of on you to like figure out, okay, I need a publicist, I need a manager. Like, what am I going to use this platform for? Am I going to start a business or whatever? But yeah, it's really overwhelming because you were given such a cool opportunity now to have and do whatever you want. And now it's just, you got to think about what is that going to be? And like, who do I involve in my circle? And you have to be very careful who you bring in your circle too, because everybody, right now, you guys are on top of the world. Everybody wants a piece. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. So you have to be very careful of who you trust. Just take it from us. I've been in this world for a decade, and I tell you what, I made a lot of mistakes. And if I can help anybody out, I will. Just be careful who you trust. Just be very careful who you trust.
Hannah, what about for you? What has been your biggest struggle, or is it the same?
Yeah, the same. Just because like we have these goals for ourselves, but it's like, and then we kind of have to be picky and choosy of who we listen to, which is kind of hard because I have like a lot of friends who want to, well, you should be doing this and that, but you don't get it. So like, I don't know, it's brought me and Marco closer in a way because only we get it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure it's the same for you too. Like you only get what like you go through on the show.
For sure.
So we confide in each other, but yeah, just figuring it out because we don't know what's right and what's wrong. So just hoping we find the right connections. But right now, that's the point that we are. It's like we're in limbo right now.
Right. Yeah. Right. And take your time. Definitely take your time on this. Like I said, it's so important who you trust. Like I said, people will come out of the woodwork. People you haven't talked to in years. Everybody wants to little piece. You should do this. Everybody's got advice. Everybody's got advice. If you remember, they still do. Even to us now to this day, they still tell us what they think we should do. And it's like, just forget it. Like it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. So.
All right, I got a couple questions from fans that they wanted to ask you. I like to read a couple so that they can get to know you guys better. This is from Spacey Jesse, and they said, Hannah, did you expect to find a BFF like Bergie, and how did that shape your Love Island experience?
I definitely did not expect to meet someone like Bergie. Like, he's from Minnesota. Like, he's only known a certain type of like life his whole life. Like we all come from different backgrounds and like we were exposed to more, I'll say that. And he hasn't been. So like, I just respected him, like being thrown into this experience. And then like, it's crazy how similar you could be from someone who like is from a whole different like world than you. Because me and him, we just think the same. Like we just get each other. I'd say that all the time in the show. Like me and him, we'd see something play out and we're like, that's a little weird. So yeah, I feel like that's rare to find somebody who thinks like you. And so it's great.
I love that. I love that because it was so cute to see you guys. Here's another question. This is from Jenna_Flores. And she says, what was outfit planning like before going to the villa? How many outfits did you bring? And I want to know this too, because you guys had so many like costume challenges. Did they give you a list and let you know like how many different looks you were going to have?
You mean lack of clothing?
Yeah.
As her mom would put it, they're like, they're not wearing any clothing. Like you guys were real. I mean,
but I really want to know, like, yeah, what was the outfit planning like for this show? Because you guys always looked amazing and you had so many different looks throughout the entire season, you know?
And for the guys, do they make you not wear T-shirts? Do they say no T-shirts allowed?
So yeah, for the guys, it was definitely painful. The wardrobe process was painful. Shout out Kim for trying to make it happen. I know that UK got sponsored by whether it was eBay or something else to allow us to be dressed the way we want to get dressed. But they told me pack for, however long you're going to be here, and you never know how long that is. So I'm packing Nike sweatpants. I'm throwing everything in. Next thing I know, I can't wear anything with a logo.
Yeah.
So I get my suitcase in the villa. I don't have one pair of sweatpants. Maybe
they went through your clothing before you got in.
Oh, they took everything from me.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't. I'm a big hat guy. I see Jax is a big hat guy
Me too.
So
I get yelled at all the time for wearing hats. They're like, no hats today. I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing a hat.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Did they tell you to take sunglasses off a lot because of reflection?
Yeah, but
the logo on the sunglasses.
Yeah.
So no logo.
Did they put tape over logos for you guys ever, or it was just all that stuff was gone?
Gone.
Oh,
he has such a big closet. When I went to his place in Florida, his closet's bigger than mine. I'm like, and he couldn't use any of it.
Wow. So Hannah, what was it like for the girls? Because I feel like you guys had full-on costumes and things,
Yeah, so wardrobe gave us like costumes for like a challenge, for example.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Like those big nights, the red wedding, they gave us some gowns. But I have two sisters, thankfully, so I took a lot of their clothes. And then we'd share. So like if Carmen wore something, I'd wear it like 3 days later, like vice versa. When I ran out of bikinis, I started using other people's bikinis. So it was nice for us because there were so many options. After Casa Amor, there were so many of us. We had so many options to choose from. So that was nice. And everyone was really willing to share.
That's good.
So it was okay.
Oh, well, I loved it because everybody just looked so hot all the time. I'm going to do a couple quick fire questions for you guys if you're down for that. All right.
We're wrapping up, I promise.
Yes. So quick fire questions. We just have so many questions for you guys. The show was so interesting. All right, here we go. If you could be on any other reality TV show, what would it be and why? Hannah, you're first.
I would go on The Challenge. I like to compete, but only if I could do it with Marco. I don't think I could do it without him. Reality TV?
Yeah, reality TV.
Below Deck.
Oh, yeah.
Captain is on after.
Yes.
I found that show so interesting.
Yeah, we're going to interview Captain Lee after this. He's going to be on next week. So
he's a really, really nice guy.
Yes.
I've known him in the Bravo universe for a very long time, and he's just really awesome. I'm excited to meet him. But that's cool. Below Deck, I didn't see that one coming.
Marco,
Cool.
what about you?
Survivor.
Oh, yeah, Survivor.
Really?
Yeah, I would like that. If it was with Hannah, obviously, I would probably not do a reality again without. I know you guys are rolling together, ever since your first time together on reality. So I would always want to be with Hannah. She said The Challenge, which was what I was going to say. So probably Survivor. I think that'd be something cool. And I've always grown up watching it Wednesday nights with my dad. So that'd be pretty cool to, maybe try that out. I don't know.
I love that. And I love that you guys said you would only do it together. That's so awesome.
Is that a jab at me because I did House of Villains?
I didn't want to go on House of Villains, so it's fine. I'm not a villain. That was all you, babe.
Oh.
Who is your favorite reality star of all time? Marco, you first.
Oh. I'm going to go with my boy Tyler Cameron from The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
I think he he did a great job, and my sister was head over heels for him growing up. And I remember I said one day I wanted to be on The Bachelor, and just watching it, I ended up, running by a few of his friends, Dante, down in South Florida, and he's just a great guy. And, he's always positive in the environment. So I would say my favorite would be Tyler Cameron from The Bachelor.
Oh, I love that. Hannah, what about you?
Oh my God, Nene Leakes from Real Housewives.
Woo, yes.
She's just an icon.
Yes.
Her one-liners.
She is.
So funny.
Her one-liners are amazing, and I met her at BravoCon, and she was so nice to me. She was absolutely incredible to me, so that's a good one for sure. Least favorite reality star of all time?
Ooh.
Whoever wants to go first.
I have one.
It's like, that's fine if you don't have one. Yeah! Woo!
What'd she say?
Tom Sandoval.
All right, mine's Tom Sandoval.
You met Ariana. He's the one who cheated on Ariana. So, Ariana, is a gem. All right. What actor or actress would you want to play you in a movie?
Ooh, good question.
Okay, that's really good.
Wow.
I know for Marco, I would pick Jason. What's his name? The guy I like.
Momoa?
Jason Momoa. I think you resemble him.
That'd be cool. That would be so
That'd
cool.
be iconic.
I was almost thinking like Vin Diesel, but he doesn't give my energy. But he's just such a badass, and I've always liked watching him. I couldn't. I don't know if I would want Leo to play me. So I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. So I don't know. Jason Momoa would be kind of cool.
You give me Jason Momoa vibes.
I see a mix between Jason and Leo. Now that you said that, I'm like, hold on. Hey,
because.
Oh, sorry.
No, it just depends like whether I'm being sweet in the movie or like fighting bad guys.
Yeah. About your life, it would be playing you.
Oh, my life. Oh, cool. Yeah, Momoa.
Yeah, that would be cool. Hannah, what about you?
I'm going to go big and just way high. Rihanna.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's Bernie's favorite.
I love Rihanna. That would be absolutely amazing for you.
The queen.
One last question for you guys. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, I love that. We want to have a house.
Yeah.
By then.
And we're going to be a house in Boca. And we're coming to
Or
visit.
Pittsburgh.
Or Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's. What I did notice coming back home for like the first time, I would say extensive period of time would be about 4 years. I noticed how much cheaper a beautiful property is up here compared to down in Boca and somewhere. Hannah just loved it up here. It's new for her. She's in the desert in Palm Springs, and up here you get all 4 seasons. A lot of the atmosphere is crazy. Like last night at Heinz Field for the Steeler game, I wish you would have came. It was just, and then we went to the pumpkin patches. You get everything here. So I can't yell at her, but I would never move back to Youngstown, Ohio. It would probably be Pittsburgh if I would come back up north.
There's nothing like the Midwest, especially this time of the year with the leaves and the pumpkins, the cider mills.
The season changes.
I know. I'm from Michigan originally, and my sister and my brother-in-law just came to visit, and I'm so jealous. It's the one. I love California. Don't get me wrong; it's great here, but the weather-wise. But this time of the year, the Midwest is just amazing.
Well, Hannah, you seem awfully close in Palm Springs, so
yeah, you're in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're out there. It's hot.
You got to come to Jax's. We're opening like really, really soon. So next time you guys come to LA, come visit Jax's. We will take you guys out and have the best time.
Yeah.
Can you tell everybody where to find you and anything that you all want to promote or anything like that? You got the floor.
Yeah, you can follow our journey on Instagram, mine, and TikTok. We're real big on TikTok, so you'll see just our day-to-day lives.
And what's your guys' name on there?
Your handles?
Your handles? Yeah.
So I'm Hannah M. Wright, and then on TikTok, I'm Hannah Maria Wright.
You got 3 N's, right?
3 N's and Hannah on Instagram.
3 N's and Hannah on Instagram.
Yeah, mine's Marco A. Donatelli on Instagram, then Marco.Donatelli on TikTok. Just catch up with us there, see our day-to-day journey on. Now it's going to be our path back together, so I'm excited to see her soon. I think it's going to be roughly 2 weeks, but she might surprise me in Cancun. I'm going to go out there for a weekend. I hope we can have a little fun out in Cancun soon.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on your win. I'm so happy for you all, and good luck in everything you do in your future. We think you guys are absolutely amazing. We've been rooting for you, and we're going to continue to root for your future together.
So happy for you guys. Again, anytime you're in California, up in our neck of the woods, please let us know. We'd love to host you at our place, and plus just go out for some drinks and have some fun. But again, congratulations on everything to you both, and much success to you. Much success.
Yes, good luck in everything.
And Jax, when do you think you're going to open it?
It's the 29th.
29th of this month?
Yeah, the 29th of this month.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming out there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if you're going to come out, we're going to have a great opening party, too, so we'd love to have you.
10 big screen TVs. I mean, it's, I'm a sports bar, baby. Sports bar, tavern, lounge, a little bit of everything. I got stuff for the ladies. I got stuff for the guys, a little bit of everything.
Yes. All right. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and talk to you soon.
Thanks so much for tuning in to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany.
Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Have a great day.
Dive into true crime on Pluto TV. Unravel the mysteries with Forensic Files and 48 Hours. Investigate crimes with Dateline 24/7 and Unsolved Mysteries. With thousands of free crime movies and TV shows, Pluto TV is the true home of crime. Download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming true crime on live channels and on demand. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.